Hello everybody, welcome to race number 2 here at the 2006 Offshore Super Series Edison Oil Race for Recovery here in Fort Myers Beach. Beautiful weekend here, great pit area set up at the Lee County Sports Complex here, home of the Minnesota Twins minor league baseball team. Great racing action here. There you can see the number 111 Double Edge Motorsports American Dream Home Builders, also sponsored by Planet Suzuki, the world's largest Suzuki auto dealer in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Phil's Site Prep from Sarasota, Florida. There you see freeze frame videos in pit setup here in Fort Myers, bringing out all the toys for display. There's Jess Dune Buggy as well as his world record setting STV Euro pleasure boat rigged and maintained by Diamond Marine. The freeze frame video mobile support trailer having all the videos, onboard camera equipment, DVDs, and VHS tapes for sale, as well as photos here in the pit area. Anything you want for your archives, or you can sign up for Freeze Frames Video of the Month Club here in the pits or online at freezeframevideo.net. Lots of great action here already with the big boats running Saturday afternoon. The Cat Extreme class saw Team Citron, formerly DF Young, win above CRC and Bacardi Silver. There you see the checker flag over WHM Motorsports, who won in Super Cat after Reliable Carriers flipped over. JD Byrider took second place. In the Turbine Cat Extreme class, the Platinum Princess never made it to the race course. There you see Hooters Hotel Casino Las Vegas offshore racing team. That's Steve Page's hometown team here, who also put together most of this event here in Fort Myers. Everyone at Page Racing put together a great effort to put on an awesome race for the Offshore Super Series here in Fort Myers Beach. There you see Popeye's Famous Fried Chicken number 13, and there's Super Cat Light, David Wade, the throttle man, and Stan Ware, the owner and driver. 36 Skater with Mercury Power IMCO drives on the back. There you see one of the Mercury technicians, Phil Nagy, along with Dennis Barry from Barracuda, troubleshooting some problems aboard Barracuda. These guys always do a fine job and put the Barracuda towards the front of the pack in the Cat Outboard class. That's Barracuda's brand new 32-foot Doug Wright catamaran, just rigged by Grant's Custom Rigging in Fort Lauderdale. Another Cat Outboard class boat, the Lone Shark, number 67. New driver aboard, Rob Nunziato, formerly of the Hulk fame. Owner is Dan Lawrence from Sarasota, Florida. There's the Stancombs from Indianapolis, Mike and George Stancomb, and their 36-foot skater Super Cat Light entry. Team Mojo number 9, Naughty Goose Saloon, is a major sponsor from the Chesapeake Bay area, as well as leaksandheat.com and Grant's Custom Rigging. There's the crew, Motley Crew, the Roman brothers, last year's world and national champions in the Super Cat Light class. These guys pretty much unbeatable all season long last year. There you see all their wins, looking to make it 2 seasons in a row as national champions. The Roman brothers run very hard. There you see Mikasuki Indian Gaming, number 30 is Super V entry. Brett Fershman and Joe Scrow in Mikasuki. There you saw the Platinum Princess in the Turbine Extreme class had technical difficulties, weren't able to make the race on Saturday. Mikasuki coming off a strong 3rd place finish in Pickwick, Tennessee. There's the AMF camp. John Hagan and crew doing a great job feeding everybody, putting on a great show. Always do an excellent job. There's Team You're in Command Dragon Powerboats. Gino Marone and Gary Ballou will be running this in the Super V category. There's the Mikasuki truck, number 30, Mikasuki Indian Gaming, Joe Scrow and Brett Fershman. There's Team Love Muscles, Super V, as well as Black Pearl. Both of these boats based out of the Sarasota area. There's Team Extreme Liquid Assets Drive Insurance by Progressive, as well as Pier 57 Twisted Metal Motorsports. Super V Light entry Simply Awesome, Bruce Suroff and Matt Reed alongside of the Screamin' Eagle, who took the win in Pickwick. Wild Ride number 51, always a front runner in Super V Light category, along with all their toys and beautiful motorcycles. Another shot of Naughty Goose Saloons Team Mojo, Grant Bruggerman and Stan Prokosky aboard Team Mojo, number 9, 32-foot Doug Wright in the cat outboard class. Many of their sponsors adorned on the back of their boat there. Another shot of Scott Begovich and Mark Granite's Platinum Princess, owned by John Hagan, Team AMF. Airborne now over beautiful Fort Myers Beach. You can see the pier there. Excellent vantage point for many photographers this weekend. Lots of spectators on the beach. Should prove to be an excellent event overall here in Fort Myers for the second round on the Offshore Super Series 2006 National Tour. This is the Edison Oil Race for Recovery. There you can see the massive spectator fleets here in Fort Myers out for all the racing action as well as the Air and Sea Show. Steve Page and crew did an excellent job putting this entire event together. Here you can see the cat outboard boats getting ready to go on the parade lap. Mojo closest to us, sponsored by the Naughty Goose Saloon. Lone Shark all the way closest to the pace boat, Dan Lawrence, Rob Nunziato. First pace boat here, the brand new Donzi, beautiful Donzi pace boat. Coming into the screen now, that's Paul DePoo and Lee Murray aboard Airspeed Racing. Right beside them is Bermuda Barracuda. 6 boats in the cat outboard class, 5 Doug Wright catamarans and 1 30-foot skater. In Lone Shark, based out of Sarasota, Florida, Dan Lawrence is the owner and throttle man, as Rob Nunziato is the driver. Bermuda Barracuda, Chris Marshall from Bermuda is the owner and driver. Dennis Berry from Illinois is the throttle man. In Airspeed number 222, out of Key West is Lee Murray, the throttle man, and Paul DePoo Jr. is the owner and driver. In Mojo, closest to us now, the Naughty Goose Saloons Mojo, number 9, out of Maryland, Grant Prokosky is the owner and driver, and from Fort Lauderdale, Grant Bruggerman is the throttle man. Coming onto the screen now, number 19, that's Map A. There's another 32-foot Doug Wright. Gary Ballou is the owner and throttle man, and Mike Magis is the driver. Just in back of them a little bit is number 111, that's Double Edge Motorsports, the only 30-foot skater in the fleet. Mark Hanna is the driver from Orlando, Florida. Ryan Beckley out of Bradenton, Florida is the throttle man. Cruising along the pace lap right now. These guys anticipating a green flag after a lap. Should be very close racing. Like I said, 5 identical boats here, all 32-foot Doug Wrights and the 1 30-foot skater of Double Edge Motorsports, American Dream Builders. There you can see the oddball boat of the fleet. That's the 30-foot skater. American Dream Builders, as well as Planet Suzuki from Charlotte, North Carolina, and Phil's Site Prep from Sarasota, Florida, sponsors aboard the S111 boat, as well as Freeze Frame Video, major supporter of Double Edge Motorsports. Still trying to get the bugs worked out of a new boat. Weren't able to operate it at full capacity in Pickwick. Here in Fort Myers, The boat engines seem to be running well. And these guys looking to move up in the standings aboard S111 Double Edge Motorsports American Dream Builders. Very wide stance aboard the 30-foot skater, built out of the new 30-foot mold. Many articles were written about the inboard version of this boat with the Arnesons. This is the first race boat version. Double Edge Motorsports tweaking on it, trying to get it to the front of the pack in the cat outboard class. Heading north up the backstretch right now, getting ready to make the corner, head back south for the start of the race. These guys are running an 11-lap course, 55 miles. Should be some great action. There you see Team Mojo, who took the win in Pickwick, as well as the national championship in 2005. Grant Bruggeman, Stan Prokosky do a great job aboard Mojo. Some of their sponsors include Grant's Custom Rigging, Leaks and Heat, TammyPagePhotography.com, and the Chesapeake Bay Powerboat Association. Diamond Marine from Fort Lauderdale takes care of all the engine maintenance aboard Team Mojo and always keeps their engines running in top shape, as well as Offshore Outdrives takes care of all their gear case needs. So you can see the pace boat just getting ready to go around the corner to head back south. Lone Shark drew the inside lane with Barracuda just beside them. Everybody trying to spool up their boats now. Get ready to head towards the green flag. Tight confines to get the 6 boats around the pin correctly. The pace boat's already heading south. The boats start to line up now. 6 stock boats here, all powered by identical Mercury 2.5 liter, 280 horsepower outboards. And these guys will get them right up to their 8,200 rev limit real quickly here. 6 boats abreast. Everybody's trying to line up right now, catch up to the pace boat, looking for the green flag. Still under yellow flag right now, trying to line everybody up for the cat outboard class here in Fort Myers. There you see the green flag. Quickly, Mappé looks like they're shot out, going towards the front of the pack. Airspeed and Mappé moving away from the rest of the field right now. Mojo in tow. S111 there. Double Edge Motorsports, Lone Shark, Barracuda. These guys all moving out. These boats capable of speeds near 110 miles an hour. Heading towards turn 1 right now. Very close action. All the boats look pretty even right now. Nobody's got a decided advantage right now. You see Team Mojo closest to the screen. Last year's national champion. Airspeed with a little bit of a lead heading towards turn 1. Mappé looks like they got their eye on the pin as they're angling away from Airspeed a little way. Barracuda, Dennis Berry, Chris Marshall running right with the pack. Very close racing early on here in the cat outboard class. 2006 Edison Oil Race for Recovery. Going into turn 1, Mappé's first boat there heading towards turn 2. Mappé, Airspeed, Lone Shark, Bermuda Barracuda, Double Edge Motorsports, and Mojo. Very close in the cat outboard class thus far on the first lap of an 11-lap race here in Fort Myers Beach. On board now with Team Airspeed, Paul DePoo and Lee Murray.
Just watch him. Stay on your right and watch him on your right. He got more acceleration today, don't he? Real smooth. Give yourself some room. Go ahead. Start turning it. Go. Go ahead, make the turn. See the buoy out there? Got the buoy. Pick up the buoy. Got the buoy. I'm wide open, don't worry.
Jet ski 3. Jet ski 2, jet ski 3.
Go. Go. Just get it around there.
Jet ski 2, this is jet ski 3. You need to move yourself down towards you, the line of guy. You and Javier got to pier from the line of guy, and
Green bar.
me
See it
and
over there?
3 and 4 have line of guy to the tower.
Okay, you're clear on the inside. We got about 4 boat lengths on Naughty Goose back there. Two of them now inside.
I'm going right for the pin.
You got plenty of room.
You can see some great onboard camera footage aboard Airspeed right there. Very interesting conversation between Paul DePoo and Lee Murray from Key West aboard Airspeed Racing. Very exciting action from the Cat Outboard class here in Fort Myers Beach. Second stop on the Offshore Super Series National Tour. These guys moving it out right here, right about 100 miles an hour, heading into turn 1. Great action between Lone Shark cutting through the Rooster Tail, Barracuda, Mape, Airspeed, Mojo, and Double Edge Motorsports. He's coming around turn 2 there. Heading north now, back towards turn 4, which is the left-hander on the course. Very exciting action here. The boats still pretty close together. 6 boats in this outboard class. Very exciting action. Bermuda, Barracuda, Mojo. 2 boats just rigged by Grant's Custom Rigging. Right there, identical 32-foot Doug Wright catamarans. Mojo, very strong runner, last year's national champion in the OSS, sponsored by Naughty Goose Saloon from Chesapeake Bay, as well as leaksandheat.com, Grant's Custom Rigging, Tammy Page Photography, Offshore Outdrive, Nick Sala Enterprises, Union Auto Glass, Nor'easter Magazine, Quad Synthetic Lubricants, S&J Carriers, Speedwake.com, and Chesapeake Powerboat Association. But at the front of the pack right now, it's Airspeed Racing with Paul DePoo and Lee Murray with the advantage over Mape. Sliding around turn 5, making it to turn 6 now, getting ready to finish the first lap in this 11-lap race. These guys doing a great job out front. Team Airspeed Racing and Mape. Mape with Gary Ballou and Mike Magis aboard, trying to catch back up to Airspeed Racing. Looks like 2-2-2. Airspeed Racing going to pull away at this point. Currently first place at the end of lap 1. Airspeed Racing from Key West, Florida. Island City Flying Service, owned by Paul DePoo, major sponsor aboard, as well as Beach Break of Key West, the Rusty Anchor, Nile Sails in Service, Marine Bank of Florida Keys, and the Best Western Hibiscus of Key West. R.J. Lasky is the crew chief aboard Airspeed Racing. He is their super tuner. Keeps Team Airspeed running at top capacity all the time. Lee Murray, no stranger to being out front of offshore racing. Won several championships, many different classes, many V-bottom classes. Used to run a boat called Hog's Breath, as well as all the Donzi boats. Paul DePoo, in his second season of offshore racing, leading the way here around as the 2006 Offshore Super Series Race for Recovery in Fort Myers Beach. Heading into turn 1, doing a great job. working their way up to turns 2 and 3 here. Out front of the Cat Outboard Class Team Airspeed Racing. There you can see Mappe still in second place. Bermuda Barracuda back in third. Mojo in fourth.
Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. You got it, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Beautiful. You got way over there? How much room you got over there?
No, he's right here.
Okay, I was going to say, don't let him, don't cut the buoy too tight because he'll get us in the turn probably.
Okay.
Watch where he's at. I don't know where he's at.
He's right here.
Go ahead. Start making the turn. Feather him back out. Feather him back out. Feather him back out. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. What are we talking about here? Come on, baby. Look at this. First lap. I got the tape.
Very interesting conversation. Very happy to be out front of the Cat Outboard Class Airspeed Racing. Paul DePoo and Lee Murray aboard. Ahead of a star-studded field as the Cat Outboard Class. There you see Dennis Berry and Chris Marshall. No stranger to winning races aboard Bermuda Barracuda, as well as Mappe with Gary Ballou and Mike Magis. 2 more Doug Wright Cats. Bermuda Barracuda, the newest boat in the fleet from Doug Wright. This is the 32-footer, just rigged by Grant's Custom Rigging of Fort Lauderdale. Chris Marshall, the owner and driver from Bermuda. Dennis Berry, the throttle man from Illinois, maintains the boat as well as the engines. Doing a great job. Currently running third place here in Fort Myers. You see him cutting through the rooster tail of Mappe, trying to get to the front. Doing a great job. Mojo on their inside now, also always a front runner. These guys all very tight action all the time in the Cat Outboard Class. You can see Mojo maybe rock back a little bit, cock back the boat, flying a little bit more than Barracuda at this point. These guys with Barracuda just still trying to get dialed in, only their second race. Look at that tight racing there. Mojo cutting through the rooster tail of Mappe. Very tight action here early on, finishing up lap number 2 of the 11-lap race here in Fort Myers. Looking back just a little bit, you see Lone Shark right there with Double Edge Motorsports trying to catch back up. Barracuda maintained by Barry Performance Marine from Mora, Illinois. Always a front runner. Very strong, well-maintained boat. Dennis Berry, the throttle man. Chris Marshall, the owner-driver. Zooming in now again on Mojo number 9, last year's national champion, sponsored by the Naughty Goose Saloon. In their first year as a team, Team Mojo was a national championship winner in 2005. Mojo always in top shape, taken care of by crew chief Troy Tremelin from Pennsylvania. The full crew of Mojo also consists of Colleen Proctor, Brad Hallbrook, Jen McLean, and Sherry Brugman. They all do a great job of keeping Mojo in top form. Right now, Mojo trying to chase down Mappe and Airspeed, who currently leads the Cat Outboard Class here in Fort Myers. Just rounding turn 1 there, heading out towards turns 2 and 3. Just behind them a little bit, you see Lone Shark right there. Lone Shark put together a great list of victories in their rookie season in 2005. Number 67, Lone Shark, another 32-foot dug right. Dan Lawrence is the owner and throttle man. Rob Nunziato is the driver. Klotz Oil is a sponsor aboard Lone Shark, as well as B-Blades Propellers. This boat is maintained by Offshore Concept from Sarasota. Look at the tight racing action there. Boats in and out of rooster tails, sliding all over the place. Awesome racing here in the cat outboard class in Fort Myers at the Edison Oil Race for Recovery 2006. Last year, Lone Shark took some wins in St. Clair, Michigan, Marathon, Florida, as well as a couple other victories in their rookie season. Did a great job. Dan Lawrence, Rob Nunziato aboard Team Lone Shark. John Vanderstel of Offshore Concept always does a great job of setting up Team Lone Shark. Heading into the north turn here, Lone Shark trying to play catch-up, get to the front of the pack in the cat outboard class. You can see him taking the very inside line there, trying to gain a little ground on the rest of the field. Just ahead of them, there you see him making their way by Map A. Still ahead of them, though, is Mojo and Airspeed Racing. Dropping off the pace a little bit, that's number 18, Bermuda Barracuda, Dennis Berry and Chris Marshall aboard this 32-foot dug right, Bermuda Barracuda. Ran with the front of the pack earlier in the race now, a couple laps into it. Still running strong though. These guys always put on a great fight and run very well, Bermuda Barracuda. Mercury 2.5-liter EFI outboard, purring along at 8,200 RPM, 280 horsepower. Heading into turn one. Very tight action among the cat outboards early here in the race. Their 11-lap race of the 2006 Edison Oil Race for Recovery with the Offshore Super Series in Fort Myers Beach, Florida. At the first race of the season, Mojo was the winner. Right now, Airspeed Racing is at the front of the pack in cat outboard class. You can see him skipping the boat through that corner right there between turns 2 and 3. Now as they head turn 4, the left-hander on the racecourse. Coming on down now, that's S111 Double Edge Motorsports and their new 30-foot skater. American Dream Builders from here in Fort Myers, sponsor for this event. They're a new home builder in the Southwest Florida area. This is a brand new 30-foot skater, still working the kinks out of it. These guys had a tough time in Pickwick, but running strong here in Fort Myers, turning very good lap times so far in the race. Mark Hanna is the driver. Roxy Hanna is the crew chief. Ryan Beckley, the throttle man, and Sabrina Harris, the team manager. These guys rigged the boat themselves, did all the work, got it together. Running very strong here now. American Dream Builders from Fort Myers, sponsor for this event. Planet Suzuki, also a sponsor aboard the boat, the world's largest Suzuki dealer in Charlotte, North Carolina, as well as Phil Site Prep Inc., Site Prep and Clearing in Sarasota, Florida, as well as Southwest Florida. Freeze Frame Video is also a sponsor aboard Double Edge Motorsports, as well as Lavorsa Marine and Trick Marine and Latham Marine Products. It's a beautiful new 30-foot skater. Ryan Beckley on the throttle, Mark Hanna at the wheel. This boat has all the latest safety equipment, the full skater canopy, tunnel escape hatch, air system, tunnel tab. Skater really built a beautiful boat here. Other sponsors aboard, Double Edge Motorsports, Reliable Services Group, Complete HVAC Solutions from the Orlando area, Yellowfin Yachts from Sarasota, and Kinetic Animation from Bradenton, Florida. Definitely no problem aboard 111 airing the boat out there. Looks to be running very strong. The 2.5 liter Mercury outboard running very strong. This boat's also the first race boat outboard to be equipped with the new Latham power steering system. Instead of full hydraulic steering, it's got power steering, the only outboard boat with it. This is the first complete race running at full power for Double Edge Motorsports, and these guys just getting some seat time, trying to catch back up to the fleet, but get used to their new boat. On board aboard Double Edge Motorsports now, you can hear the 2.5 liter outboards purring along at 8,000 plus RPMs. That buoy there's the left-hander on the course, turn 4, heading north now towards turn 5 on the back stretch. Making the corner now at the left-hand course. Oh, you can see the hatch coming loose there on the port side. Double Edge Motorsports, number 111, American Dream Builders. Coming down now on your leader in V-Light category. This is Wild Ride, number 51, the Kostelak brothers from Pennsylvania. Last year's national champion. These guys, strong runners in their 29-foot Extreme with Mercury power. The main sponsor aboard Wild Ride is Vicious Motorcycles. These guys were the 2004 World Champions, as well as the 2005 runner-up at the World Championship. The driver is Larry Kostelak, and the throttle man is John Kostelak. Brothers out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Special thanks to their crew at R&W Marine and Auto, Grant's Custom Rigging, and Scott Fisher of Vicious Cycles for all their efforts in making them a winning team. These guys always run very strong, put on a great show. Team Wild Ride, number 51 in Super V Light. Taking third place at the season opener in Pickwick. These guys looking to improve their position. They are right now out front in the V-Light category. Screaming Eagle was the winner in Pickwick, currently running in second place. Team Wild Ride, the Kostelak brothers, doing a great job in their 29 Mercury-powered Extreme. Making their way around turn 1, heading towards turn 2, off the front stretch, heading off the beach now. Pretty comfortable lead in the light category over Screaming Eagle. There you see him, number 83, your winners from Pickwick, Tennessee. That's Screaming Eagle. Currently running second place here. Boats aired out very nicely, though. Matt Jones and Alan Campbell aboard this 30-foot Phantom. Long history aboard this boat, formerly the Utter Boat, then Phantom, then Fury, then Attitude Motorsports. Now it's the Screaming Eagle. These guys do a great job, won a few races towards the end of last year, now trying to poise themselves as the boat to beat. Lou Ann Campbell and Tara Jones are the crew aboard Screaming Eagle. These guys and girls always do a great job, put on a great show for everyone. Team Screaming Eagle, second place currently in OSS V-Light category. This boat also maintained by Offshore Concepts John Vanderstel in Sarasota, Florida. 30-foot Phantom Mercury 525 power with a Bravo drive. Moving out here in the V-Light category. Coming on down now, number 29, that's Typhoon, another 29-foot Extreme powered by Mercury Racing. Randy Schluss is the throttle man. Jim Natoli is the driver. These guys always a threat when they make the start of the race. Running very strong here now. Randy seems to have turned over a new page, putting the boat towards the front of the pack. Currently running third place right now, Team Typhoon. Very strong competitors, especially in rough water. Team Typhoon does a great job winning races last year, looking to win some more this season. Randy Schluss, Jim Natoli, number 29, taking the dog pound, looking for the front of the pack. One little chine walk in there, but Jim Natoli seems to have it under control with Randy Schluss on the throttles. I'm sure Bertel Schmidt's on the radio making sure they run it right. Chopping along, Team Typhoon. Third place in OSS V-Light category here at the 2006 Edison Oil Race for Recovery with the Offshore Super Series. Rounding turn 1, heading off the beach. We got a pretty comfortable lead over the fourth place boat here. Coming down now on number 66 in the V-Light category, that's Simply Awesome. Bruce Suroff and Matt Reed aboard Simply Awesome. Beautiful new 30-foot Phantom. This boat previously was Team Fortress. Before that it was Team Irresistible. Now it's seeing new life as a Super V Light category boat with a Bravo drive and a Mercury 525. Simply awesome. Bruce Suroff began his racing career in 2000, as many other racers do, racing local and divisional racers in a smaller, slower boat, working his way up over the years to the 30-foot Phantom Super V Light. There you see competitors in a different class. Team Mojo passing on the inside, currently leading in the Cat Outboard class. Dan Percassi and Grant Bruggeman, front of the field in Cat Outboard class. Bruce Suroff, very happy. He began talking with Matt Reed earlier in 2005 and was able to put together a great team for 2006 and purchase this 30-foot Phantom. Some of the sponsors aboard Team Simply Awesome are Progressive Architectural Woodworking and Swipe Wipe. The crew for Simply Awesome are Lisa and David Diglio from Brick, New Jersey, as well as Stacy Reed from Biloxi, Mississippi. Special thanks to Simply Awesome's crew chief, Larry Fontecha, for his meticulous rigging and maintenance of the boat. Matt and Julie Croce and Will Ross from Throttle Up Propellers for their continuous support. Everyone at Kinetic Animation for the fantastic graphics job. And Will Smith from Phantom Boats for building a great boat. Most of all, they'd like to thank their fellow competitors for all their help and support. Without it, it would have been difficult to make this entire race schedule. Bruce Suroff and Matt Reed aboard Simply Awesome, their 30-foot Phantom, Mercury powered. Currently running 4th place in V-Light category. Sliding their way around turn 6, they're heading south down the beach here in Fort Myers Beach. 2006 Edison Oil Race for Recovery, Simply Awesome. There you see Lone Shark in the Cat Outboard class, trying to catch up with Mojo, as well as Mape, also in the Cat Outboard class. Coming down on number 17 now, that's Team Lavycraft, Kevin Cooper and Brian Devlin aboard Team AMF Lavycraft, also sponsored by Mercury Racing. Some of the other sponsors aboard this beautiful 28 Lavycraft are IMCO, Lucas Oil, K&N Filters, The Solder Joint, Diamond Trailers, and East CM. These guys have been racing the factory class for 4 years and moved up to the V-Light category at the end of last season. They were the factory class world champions at the 2003 OS World Championship. Kevin Cooper and Brian Devlin are both from California, as well as their crew, Rick Woodward and David Reams. Number 17, 28-foot Lavycraft, rounding turn 1. Currently 5th place in the V-Light category. These guys run very strong. There you can see some orange smoke in the corner now. Looks like we got a problem here. Looks like one of the Cat Outboards upside down there. Team Bermuda Barracuda has turned the boat over in turn number 2. The same place as we've had some other problems there. Same place as Reliable Carriers flipped in Saturday's race. Both Dennis Berry and Chris Marshall are out of the boat and okay. Team Lavycraft, Kevin Cooper and Brian Devlin aboard. AMF Mercury Racing Lazy Craft number 17 in the V-Light category. Coming down now, number 8, WHM Mini-Me, Eric Cormier and David Kunzler aboard this 27-foot activator. Running very well today. These guys doing a great job in this very competitive V-Light category. WHM Mini-Me, Eric Cormier and David Kunzler. And down the front stretch here, getting ready to round turn 1. Off the beach here in Fort Myers Beach at the Edison Oil 2006 Race for Recovery. Rounding turns 2 and 3 now. WHM Mini-Me trying to catch up to the fleet in Super V Light category, but still running strong. A little bit of shine walking there. Still running strong right now. About 6th place for these guys in the V Light category. There you can see now Bermuda Barracuda upside down in the center of the race course right there. Chris Marshall, Dennis Ferry, both aboard the boat appear to be okay. Cat outboard number 18, Bermuda Barracuda. Going back down now on the Cat outboard class. So this was your early leader in the race, number 222, Airspeed Racing, Paul DePoo and Lee Murray aboard. .32-foot Doug Wright running in 2nd place, powered by twin 2.5-liter Mercury outboard. These guys run very strong. You can see them going past the leaders in this V-Light category. That's Wild Ride. Airspeed trying to chase down Team Mojo, who was able to catch and pass them. Currently leading V-Light category, that's Team Wild Ride. Here you can see the outboard boats finishing the race. That was Team Mojo winning in the Cat outboard class. Tight battle here shaping up between Wild Ride and Screaming Eagle. Very late in the race. We believe this to be the last lap of the race. Side-by-side racing going on. It appears Wild Ride may have some issue. Great finish there as we saw Screaming Eagle go by Wild Ride on the last lap. There's a beautiful shot of Fort Myers Beach at this 2006 Edison Oil Race for Recovery, brought to you by the Offshore Super Series. Second race of the series. Great action, very exciting. You can see the facility a couple years ago was used as the pit area for this event. Steve Page and crew did an excellent event orchestrating this whole weekend of racing for everybody in the Offshore Super Series. John Miser, John Moss, all of Steve's crew, everybody at Page Motorsports did an excellent job putting it together, as well as everyone from the Offshore Super Series, Misty Vasquez, Billy Moss, Mike Tomlinson, everyone that orchestrated putting on an excellent first-class event along with the Air and Sea Show here in Fort Myers Beach. In the OSS Cat Outboard Superstock class, Team Mojo was your winner with Grant Ruggeman and Stan Prokosky aboard. Airspeed Racing took second place with Paul DePoo and Lee Murray. Lone Shark with Rob Nunziato and Dan Lawrence was in third. Naughty Goose Saloons, Team Mojo, your winner 2 races in a row here in Cat Outboard class in the OSS. In the V-Light category, Screaming Eagle was able to pass Wild Ride on the last lap. Screaming Eagle of Alan Campbell and Matt Jones were your winners. Wild Ride did take second place. Typhoon brings home a third place podium finish. There you see the 30-foot Mercury-powered Phantom. Screaming Eagle, 2 wins in a row for them as well in the V-Light category. Footage from Saturday's Super Cat Racer. You see reliable carriers rolling over in turn 2. Steve Curtis and Tom Abrams both escaped without injury. We'd like to thank Russell Kilpatrick, our helicopter pilot, for enabling us to get all these great shots. Here's another shot of reliable carriers going over from the air. Overall, an excellent event here in Fort Myers, Florida for the 2006 Edison Oil Race for Recovery. We'd again like to thank Steve Page and all of his crew for putting on a great event. There's some footage from last week's bikini contest. And we hope to see all of you at the next race in Puerto Rico. Bye.